explain why I played that song, but it's titled Stranger in Moscow by the iconic, the legendary, the never to be replicated Michael Joseph Jackson. Welcome back. It is Hard Facts, 92.3 Nigeria Info. So, for this hour, the conversation is about your money, the possibility of losing it, or maybe you've lost it. For a major part of today, CBEX was trending on major social media platforms. And well, diving into that trend, you get to understand that many people had reason to shed tears today because they lost money. Apparently, it seems that this CBEX platform was a Ponzi scheme. Some said it's a trading platform. It's a digital investment platform, right? It was called many different things. And it is still being discovered what has happened or is happening. But what has been confirmed as of now is that many people have lost money. They have lost so much money that I forced myself to not believe the headline that I saw on the Punch. 1.3 trillion naira from investors. I'm like, is that billion or trillion? Trillion naira. Ha. So let's get into the report. The digital investment platform CBEX has allegedly collapsed, with reports indicating losses amounting to over 1.3 trillion naira. On Tuesday, it was reported that the platform became inaccessible after users experienced persistent withdrawal failures, followed by sudden account balance wipes. The incident sparked widespread reactions, particularly on social media, where users have expressed frustration, criticism, and concern over the situation. And so one thing led to another. It seems at this point it has been confirmed. Now, I don't know the case about this CBEX. I'm hoping that, people get their monies back or whatever. But there are a few things that you come to realize whenever the next Ponzi scheme or the next financial scam or the next platform where people put their monies and they lose it, is that first of all, you come to the reality that there were so many people who invested in that platform that you did not know about. Money no day. Oh, things are hard, times are hard, everything is hard. But somehow, when you hear, this platform ABC, XYZ has fallen, the amount of people you will hear, hey, my money been dead here, my 2 million, my 5 million. You're like, I thought we all agreed that we don't have money. Where are these people getting this money from? When did they put the money? And you see that it's no joke. That's the first thing you come to realize. Now, what we also saw or heard is that this particular platform was accepting investments. That's what it's called. In dollars. Only in dollars. So maybe that's why it's easy to believe that, indeed, 1.3 trillion was lost. What else did we discover? Oh my, I'm very close to a break. I lost $1,000. That was my bridal savings. I don't even know how to tell my fiance. I feel numb. You have to tell him, my dear. You have to tell him. Because the wedding date is getting closer. After the break, we talk. Yes, indeed, we talk about your money. Stay with us. Sam Oracle Chinedu here. And our conversation is about money. Yes, indeed. It's a hard fact that Nigerians have lost millions, billions, and possibly trillions. Well, according to reports, investors, as they are called, lost around 1.3 trillion naira to a platform known as CBEX. The investment platform collapsed with reports indicating that the losses were over 1 trillion naira. Lots of people this morning, particularly on X, sharing stories. I saw videos of people crying, my money, my money. And I was saying before the break, it is beautiful how you suddenly realize who invested in what. And there's nothing wrong with making investment. I mean, I wouldn't make my investments public. I wouldn't go on the street and say, I put money here, I put money here. No, I wouldn't do that. But my question, even though I'll say a few things before we get there, is why do Nigerians keep falling for these particular kinds of investment platforms? I don't want to say Ponzi scheme because we're still trying to discover what the CBEX is. But it is quite suggestive that it was a scam. The problem that I have with this situation is that we have so many examples to learn from. There was the great and mighty MMM. Oh, MMM swept the entire country. And there was MBA Forex. And I'm sure there are many others that I may not know or remember. The bigger problem is that they had the same strategy. It was the same thing. Even though this might not be a good example. But if you are a young lady, the first man that broke your heart, tall, dark, and handsome. The second one, tall, dark, and handsome. The third, tall, dark, and handsome. I think, while you are not supposed to be stereotypical, it might be safe for you to assume that there's a problem with tall, dark, and handsome men. Try short, fair, and slightly not as handsome. How can you see the same patterns every single time and still fall? Now, what are these patterns? What exactly are the signs that an investment platform might be a Ponzi scheme? One, unrealistic high returns. They promise that in 2 days, you will make 10 million. There's a pressure to recruit. Bring two. Let the two bring two. There's just, there's need for you to do that. You don't understand the business model. I've said before. Now, this is not suggestive of a scam, right? I'm not saying that if this happens, it's a scam. If you don't understand how your money makes money, just leave that business. It doesn't mean it's a scam. It just means invest when you understand. How did people not know? One of the many things that platforms are now saying is that CBEX offered 100% return on investment within 30 days. That is exactly what MMM sounded like, even though it was not 100%. The minute that your profit margin is fixed, every 2 weeks, every 6 months, you will get 50%. You want to question that business because by definition, a business is supposed to have ups and downs. I cannot promise you a consistent 10% every month. If I'm getting that profit from business, some months I will get higher, some months I will get lower. The minute that somebody promises you a fixed percentage, you want to start asking questions. Unless it is a percentage that normally they can make and then they are just giving you, say, maybe the company doesn't make anything less than 20%. So they offer you a constant 5. Yeah, maybe that could work. But again, you have to understand the business model. So my question is, why do Nigerians keep falling for these things? In the coming days, we will get to find out what CBEX is, what it was, and what it was meant to be. That's why I'm very careful as to what I call it. But generally speaking, because too many people have been crying on social media today, and 1.3 trillion naira is not a joke. Yes, it is the dollar equivalent. So when you convert, it's that high. Still, why does that happen? 08179230002. 08179230003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06. And if you lost money to CBEX today, please call. I would like to hear your story. You understand? We would like to hear your story. Hello?
Hello, Samora Kochinedu. Good evening.
Good evening, my dear. How are you doing?
This is Darlington calling from Italy.
Welcome, Darlington. How are you?
Sam, let's not take it too far.
Okay.
Bottom line is this. We Nigerians, majority of us, you see that 5-letter word called greed. It tends to be embedded in so many of us. And that is where the issue is coming from. Because the truth of the matter is, do you know, Sam, I tell you the truth, even when it's a scam, I've seen persons told me that they know that this thing is going to crash. But they'll tell you before it crashes, they want to quickly jump into it and remove their own and make their own money. And that is what is killing so many till today. That's why you find that more scam organizations will come up and people in their millions will still jump in because that mindset is there that, okay, let me quickly jump in, remove what I have to remove, then when it crashes, I will know that I would have gained. And that is where it's affecting us. I don't understand the kind of culture where we got that from, where we invite that from, but it's killing us as a nation. And that is just it. Greed. If you can let go of that greed. See, Sam, I tell people the truth of the matter. After the NBA thing, it hit me a bit. You understand? I'll tell you the truth. What I started doing, I said, if I cannot do investment, see, what happened to landed property? It's a long run thing. It might take years, but it's more safer than majority, 80% of the investment you want to think of today. Why? Because it's there for you, it's appreciated. But majority of them will not go into that. Why? Because they want the quick and fast one. So it is what it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello? Yeah. Evening, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's your name?
My name is Rocky.
Okay, Rocky. Please go ahead.
Nigerians, as they carry lots about scamming things. No matter how you want to be scammed, they want first of all achieve. No matter, they never learn from lessons, which they always happen before.
Have you ever?
Even though they don't scam someone millions of naira, they still want anything will come out like Ponzi scheme. They still want to achieve from it.
Okay. Have you ever lost money to? Okay, well, that's all he wanted to say. And they're not there. So what do we need to do? Because it's not enough that we make all this noise, the next one comes up and possibly still takes people's money. I was reading something on Tech Cabal, and it's easy to see the red flags after the fact. When it has blown up, then you can now say, oh, this did not add up. I'll take my calls and tell you what I saw. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you, God bless you. My name is Perez. Actually, what just happened is not new as you have studied. And people are still into it, even till tomorrow. So, if you know that, see, if you are into business, you will know that presently, to even recruit somebody, to have a sales girl, I'm running a school. Presently, to even have a teacher is a problem. Because why? Because of what is happening in the society. In those days, when we put a notice for teachers, you get to take 30 applications. You will now choose, but now, for where? Because when they go out with all these boys that they don't even know how they make their money, just a trip, they make 30,000. So how can they come and sit down in a school for 50,000 in a month? So that is what is happening in the society. Should I call it poverty? Do you even know that even our parents who own these boys that are making this money that has no this thing where it comes from, they don't even ask their children, how did you get this money? All they are after is my son has made it. My son has bought a car. My son has bought a land. This is what is happening. If we are asking our question, we should also ask our parents. Why are you not asking your son the source of your money? We don't ask our children the source of our money. How will we not ask a whole company the source of their money? That is the problem they're having.
Okay.
So we should start it at home. It's a problem, sir. It's a problem. I don't even know what it is. It's a problem.
It is.
So
It is.
let God help us, I beg. God.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for calling. We need to help ourselves, though. Hello. Hello, good evening. My goodness. Okay. Call back if you can. Good evening, sir. There is a platform I'm into. It's called, okay, and how it works. The highest package you have is 12K. Once you register, they'll return your 50K, which is 6K, back. And you start doing tasks. But we're giving you small daily. Please, I want to know if something low like this can be a scam. My brother. Because it stands now, I have made up to 40K, which I'm to collect it today. Collect it first. This one you have started asking, is it a scam? It means you're not comfortable with the platform. That 40K, just collect first, so that after you collect it, we can now ask this question. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. All right.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Dede.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I think the problem is not the cities. Why we are having all these laws. The government is really failing the cities in protecting the media or whichever atmosphere of where money, the inflow of cash, or the businesses that enters inside the country, either through online or whatsoever. If it's where the government priority is the citizen, you'll find out that there will be a lot of things in place to protect the citizens from this loss. You just check out the popular word, Yahoo. Does it mean that we don't have government in this country that monitors the people? We have, but their priority is not on the citizens. The priority we have in government is how to protect themselves, their friends, and make more money. We mean nothing. If not, I think we shouldn't be hearing these losses. It's painful that you make your money all of a sudden, either inside the country or outside the country, everything just meets. Somebody just siphon you. You know what it means? So, but if our government will bring back what it takes to take the people, to take the businesses that is being run in this country, I think you will find out that there will be safety of people's cash.
All right.
Both inside the market, both in the bank, both anywhere.
Thank you very much. We have that in place. The SEC is there. I think CBN plays a role as well. The question is, are they doing what they should as well as they should? My time is up. A program comes up now, and at 6, we have the major news. Stay with us.